transforming industry and infrastructure through new processes and technologies in Hyderabad. We had an excellent session on 5th and 6th. Hope to have the same today also. I would request our next speaker, Mr. Shivaji, General Manager IT, Central Power Distribution Company Limited, State of Andhra Pradesh, to give a presentation on APDRP modernization of Indian Government Electricity Board through technology. Mr. Shivaji has 15 years of experience in ERP enterprises. He has done his BTech from Osmania University and Business Management from IIT Kharagpur. Sir, I would request you to give the presentation.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. I'm Shivaji. So, it's okay. Yeah. So today we'll be covering on the various aspects of the technologies that are really required for the electricity distribution sector. We'll see mostly before we speak on the technologies and their implementation part in electricity sector. First, we should think about the generation of electricity. There should be a sufficient electricity for the people than to the industry. At present, the country is facing a lot of problems in the demand, supply gap management. That is still there. Okay, with the available source of energy, we can best utilize the technologies also to improve the systems. As a part of this, Indian government, I will pass through and directly go to this side. Yeah. Indian government has started this RAPDRP and implementation of IT in the formation of the baseline data and geographic information systems, automatic meter readings, and other things. Out of all these, the objective of the project is very good. When we really implement the project, we have faced so many challenges. The project totally concentrates on the customer satisfaction first, secondly on the reduction of the energy losses. The customer satisfaction can be attained by implementing IT technologies in the distribution system straight out, because my consumer calls to a toll-free number and then the call center agent will respond to it, dispatches to the field people, my field people rush for the restoration of power. So the time gap is reduced between the failure and the rectification. If that is attained, is very good. But when we have given the toll-free number to the public, they are reluctant to type the 12-digit number on their cell phone. So we need to go for a 4-digit number, a maximum of 5-digit number. So what I am speaking perhaps not there in the slides, but I would like to concentrate, I would like to share my personal straight out experiences in implementing various projects for the last 15 years, particularly in the government sector. So that is the call center status. Our people are reluctant to call on a 12-digit dial-up number, toll-free number. So we should go for a 4 or 5-digit number. And moreover, if you take a toll-free number, then the charges will be laid on to the consumer side. Or sometimes vice versa. It happens onto the company side. If it happens on company side, if my consumer calls, sometimes he has to wait in the list for 5 minutes or 10 minutes in a peak time when there is a rain in city, because so many feeders will go break down. Last 15 days back there was a rain, huge rain, first rain in Hyderabad. That time 160 feeders were down, night time, 8 to 12 o'clock. That time innumerous calls there onto the system. If consumer waits for 5 minutes, 10 minutes in the line, then he has to pay 5 to 10 rupees. Then it is a cost. If it is on company side, and it is a burden. So there should be a mechanism from the various operators side too, for such type of utilities services. The cost of calling or that facility should be less. Okay, you can impose on an SMS system where you can give an SMS to a favorite singer when he is singing for voting. You keep 100 rupees or 200 rupees. But for my consumer who pays only, utilizes very less current, and he wants to go for a communication with a call center and you charge for 10 rupees, 15 rupees, it's ridiculous. That is one practical problem. Secondly, okay, if this is implemented through IT, it's very good. That is happening. We have implemented this system. Secondly, this geographic information system, GIS. The objective of this is prepare the baseline network diagrams, update them continuously, use them. Okay, one time I can prepare a network diagram using my GPS equipment and all, coordinates and all. I can draw the network diagrams, but maintaining those diagrams is a very difficult process in an Indian scenario. We are facing lot of problems. By the time we complete one town, entire JIS networks and all, and we do the digitization and putting it to the usage, next 10-15% of the growth of the new consumers is coming in. So the updation mechanism is not geared up. Secondly, this is the fourth time we are attempting to implement a geographic information system in Indian distribution sector. The most fundamental point missed in this entire project planning is it really required for Indian scenario? Geographic information system? I will tell you the best example. You see, this GIS implementation says that whenever there is a power outage, my consumer calls to the call center and the call center agent dispatch. Is it boring for you? I'm sorry, shall I go through the presentation like this and then any practical? It's okay? It's okay? Yeah. I'm totally deviating from the subject because though it is there in my subject a major part like this, I cover all. You see, geographic information, then my agent has to dispatch that call to the field crew. My field people, AE, ADE, or a lineman, or his assistant, has to open computer or a laptop or an iPad and search for the location of the house where exactly the outage occurred or breakdown occurred. Will it really happen in Indian scenario? If I give any call to my AE in the field who is there in Hindupur or in Karnool remote district, I give a call saying that this is the consumer number, you go and rectify, you search in the GIS map, will it happen? Never happens. Then what for this GIS is imposed on a distribution sector at this point of time? Simply what happens? I'm GMIT in the company, one day power gone. Then telephone to my lineman, he rushed to my house. He doesn't know my designation and where I'm working. I was new to the company that time. Then he rectified within 5 minutes something. Sir. Then I understood his Indian mentality. In 2005, I have given 100 rupees to him. He is very happy. I am very, very happy because the problem is resolved within no time. Neither the lineman who visited my house, nor being a general manager, I used the system for locating the fault and in the GIS or whatever may be. Is it okay? At present also the same system continues. Even if you give a toll-free number or this number to the consumers, only the literates are calling to the call center. Most of the illiterate consumers, they know the nearby their section office and then linemen. They are calling to the lineman and inviting him to solve the problem. They offer 100 rupees or 200 because the salary is also gone up. Now they are giving 200 instead of 100 me in 2004. They are very happy. So the GIS system is wrongly planned that GIS is not required for the distribution sector at this point of time. Certainly the technology is there. It is useful for the supply chain management. You use the GPS system. Then you identify, you call to the transporter, identify where your container is. He will give the information by GPS systems. But certainly for the distribution sector, the technocrats should think twice before imposing some technology onto the field people. Is it really useful or not? So this is the fate of the GIS system in entire country. We know we attend for the review meetings in Delhi. Nowhere the GIS is implemented. If anybody says that we have implemented GIS, that is only a white-collared, a typical IT guy coming with a tie, prepared well presentations, giving all blah 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 blah, creating a whole scenario like a magician. That's all. That I am talking perfectly to the truth, to the ground reality I am telling. Second point is, you take the AMR system, automatic meter reading system. Okay, all the distribution transformers have to be placed with a modem and a SIM card inside it. The objective of the SIM card is to transmit the signal metadata to the central server. Then I have to do an energy audit. How much input energy is there in the DTR and what is the sum of the total build units in that particular distribution transformer. Then we identify the losses there, commercial losses. This is a very good, excellent concept. But there we are facing the communication issues, the connectivity issues. Because my transformers, okay, in Hyderabad it's well and good. In remote locations where the towers, number of towers are not there, then the problem of this transmission of signals has become a bottleneck for the project implementation. There are no towers. My SIM cards are unable to contact with the data center then. So far we have taken 1 lakh, it seems. Mr. Prakash is 1 lakh, 1 lakh. TCS is the implementing agency. We have taken 1 lakh SIM cards for putting them in distribution transformers and then to see. And in city also there is a problem. Though there is a tower area and then connectivity, you see, if the most of the meters are located in the houses, in the cellars like that, there is no signal there. So my modem can't transmit signal. Then that is also a problem. If you get any signal problem, we rush to, say, a balcony or sometimes onto the road or sometimes onto the kitchen like that to speak on. But a modem can't run like that, na? Isn't it? And people say much on 4G, 5G is coming like that, but 3G is not there. Do you think that the 3G internet cell phones work? How many towers are there? If you take a BSNL, this one, I get only signal in Jubilee Hills and Banjara Hills. If I cross that area, no signal. At my house, I can't use it in Madhapur. So the network connectivity is not there. So the maturity of the technology is not there. Then we rush for implementation of the technology. That is the problem. Okay, if we keep a DTR, a meter with a DTR and a modem for a DTR and communicate to the central server and do an energy auditing, is good. We have to aim for that and then we have to resolve the issues and then go into the detail. Up to that, the technology usage is good. But another pathetic situation is that today, we are all rushing to implement that smart grid. You know smart grid? At consumer premises, you have to keep a modem and an intelligent meter and a SIM card there too. And then the central server control people should talk to your meter. What is the load? Whether you put on the AC like that. So load management. You see, that means you are automatically automated the system of connecting to the consumer meter directly from the central server. That means no need of going to his house for a bill generation and handing over the bill to him. The bill will go to in the form of internet. See how many people use internet in India? Or say in Banjara Hills and Jubilee Hills, or say in Madhapur or Amirpet. Only 5%, 10% do that. So what I mean to say is that science has nothing to do with your economics. The brilliant and super genius people will develop some science and discover something. E is equal to mc square like that. But for implementing the technologies, a technocrat must be an economist. If I give 5,000 rupees to a lineman or a fellow who takes the meter readings, he will take 1,500 bills in a month. 1,500 to 2,000 bills in a month. Sometimes 3,000 too. Within 15 days time, 10 days time, he finishes his job and he takes 5,000 rupees, happily he goes. If I advertise for that post, for 5,000 rupees per month, there are hundreds of people in a queue to get that job. Now at present that system is running okay, perfectly good. Now you want to replace that system and put a smart meter there and then modem and then SIM, and then you want to kill the 5,000 rupees that fellow unemployment, and you want to throw him onto the road. So even then, if you keep modem like that, it won't give you the proper signals to you. What I meant to say is that it is not matured. Your signaling strength is not there, it is not distributed uniformly, and it is not working reliably. Even if it is there, you think as an economist whether to go for a SIM card to get the meter data from a consumer side. So, same these things I talked in one of the Powerline presentations in Delhi in 2010 in the beginning of the APDRP project. That time I told a statement that if anybody would like to write some sentence on your diary, you please write that GIS and AMR projects very difficult to implement and will face many problems, and this will be an end of that. Even in 2014 also you call me and they called this time to me to talk on the same subject. Perhaps they want to confirm my statement in 2010. So you implement IT in the process industries where you need an automation. There are many areas to implement. So just like that, the technology, you don't look for the technologies to implement on all, one and all. Like in the early 90s, I don't name the company, it's a big multinational company. They were advertising their, I attended for one seminar in IIT. They were saying that the future is everything IT. A refrigerator in a household will be having a microchip inserted in it. Whenever the potatoes or tomatoes are exhausted in the refrigerator, it automatically identifies and orders to the in-orbit mall, and they deliver the goods and potatoes to your house, and it will put inside. Will it happen in Indian scenario? In an Indian housewife would like always to go to a Raitu Bazaar and bargain. He says 20 rupees tomatoes, no, you give for 15 rupees. No, you take another word, 17 rupees, okay, fix the price. That is the scenario in Indian condition. Had it happened? For last 20 years, nothing. So, while implementing and while thinking and implementing the technologies, we should be very cautious. Don't waste the public money. No? Only people like me and people like only some sector, only, to say only few people will get some salary, good salary and go. But largely it is the Indian economy that affects. That is the state of all these projects in APDRP. But remaining things are working well. Baseline data and building information, call center, customer cares, general IT applications, they are working well. So there are, this is the scenario, this is a self-explanatory. Then what I spoke so far, it is there any time limit, any 5 minutes more? Okay, 3 more minutes. Na? Yeah, that is enough to browse through. Yeah, this is what the architecture says. Though it says an architecture like this, it is so simple that my all end offices are remotely located in the company, in the state. They are connected to the data center. So whatever transaction they want to see, they see in their system by connecting to the data center, because the billing information, payment details and all those things are there in the data center. They update the data. but they never update the data. In Hindupur and Anantapur, if that lineman or the AE come to know that this DTR is incurring losses, our corporate people are knowing this subject by just only this modem. What they do now, with some stick they put a lap on the wire, it is broken. So no signal is transmitted to the center. They burn the meter, they replace the meter. It is so simple. So the cultural mindset is also required for implementing the technologies. So this my remote people will connect to the data center and they get the data, and then okay, all things will pass through. It is only this is prepared by with my help, my colleague has prepared. It is a typical IT words and buzzwords, but it is what I spoke so far. If I am wrong, please correct me. Huh? They say CRM, customer relationship management, nothing. I told you now, call the lineman, give 100 rupees, he is happy, I am happy. Don't record these words, na, it will damage me because I am a government employee. Because the recording technology has grown to beyond your ethical levels. Okay. See, basically establishing a data center and then putting a connectivity to the end user. Good. GIS and network analysis, higher customer satisfaction. That sentence is wrong. I have prepared it, but it is wrong. It's fact. GIS won't give any customer satisfaction. In supply chain management, it gives a satisfaction. Because you call to the transporter and ask for where is your truck? Okay, your truck crossing Bhubaneswar with 10-15 meters error, no problem. It is there in Bhubaneswar only. But where here, you have to get a 1 meter accuracy. When you really interpolate your map with your GPS coordinates, it has to be exactly where the location is. But it is going in the houses when I really digitize that. Okay, AMR, MDAS, MDM, reduction in theft and losses, good. I agree for that. If the communication is there, I do that. But the communication is not there. I bought, people were saying that 3G is good, yeah, you get internet in your iPod. Then I bought an iPad and then immediately to a, cell phone also, iPhone. I put 3G in that and 3G in that. So the basic signal of voice also cut. Then I have removed that 3G from that and again requested BSNL to give 2G only. So in such scenario, the second one is energy audit reduction is very good. It is required. Building modules, good. Asset mapping, increase the assets. This is required. You map the assets with the GPS. It's good. And don't ask your lineman to open GIS screens on his laptop or on his system. Okay, right products. Anyhow, TCS is, so far in the country, I mean to say that AP, Gujarat, and Madhya Pradesh, and that is what West Bengal doing well. Remaining, even they have not even built the data center. That huge equipment, crores of equipment has come in. Where they place? There is no place even in the stores also to keep. A transformer can be placed in a store, no problem. But you can't keep a server, an IBM or HP server, in the stores where rain hits them. That is the state of FIR. So broadly, the realistic timelines also, this is very bad. They say within 18 months, you have to finish entire. For first 1 year, we have done nothing. Only in facility arrangements. So the timeline should be at least 3 years. This time we have informed the ministry and joint secretaries also. The timelines of 18 months, it is impossible to implement such projects. Usually they prepare in boardrooms now. Some IT guys, me in IT man, and there in the industry.